is surging, not just with waves, but with the rising risk of military escalation. Imagine a tense scenario where a Chinese aircraft carrier group, escorted by a formidable fleet, advances into an area of US naval operations. In response, the United States deploys its forces, including cutting-edge warships, stealth submarines, and a highly skilled naval air force. The question arises, if the US Navy were forced to take immediate action, could it sink a Chinese aircraft carrier within minutes? This is not just a far-fetched hypothesis. It's a real strategic question that involves military calculations, technological capabilities, and the combat power of global superpowers. In this video, Navy Power will break down this high-stakes scenario, from the lethal weapons that could be deployed to the naval warfare tactics that have shaped modern maritime combat. If such a confrontation were to happen, how would the course of war change? The South China Sea isn't just a hotspot for territorial disputes. It's also a strategic choke point through which over 30% of global maritime trade passes. Gaining dominance in this region is a key objective for any major naval power. For the United States, safeguarding freedom of navigation has always been a cornerstone of its Indo-Pacific strategy. Meanwhile, China is aggressively asserting regional dominance, particularly with its controversial territorial claims under the so-called Nine-Dash Line. To bolster its naval capabilities, China has expanded its aircraft carrier fleet, including the Liaoning, an upgraded Soviet-era carrier, and the Fujian, equipped with an electromagnetic launch system that enhances aircraft speed and operational efficiency. However, despite their power, these carriers have significant vulnerabilities. They are limited in the number of aircraft they can carry, rely heavily on escort ships, and lack real combat experience in carrier-based operations, making them susceptible targets. Meanwhile, the US Navy holds a decisive edge with its Nimitz and Gerald R. Ford class aircraft carriers. Some even claim that the Gerald R. Ford class is invincible. Do you believe that? Let Navy Power know your thoughts. These carriers are not only larger and more powerful, but they can also deploy up to 70 advanced aircraft, including the F-35C Lightning II stealth fighters that any adversary would fear. The US Navy's defense network is also incredibly formidable, featuring Arleigh Burke class destroyers, Ticonderoga class cruisers, and Virginia class submarines, forming a multi-layered defense shield. This combination allows the US to detect and neutralize threats from great distances. In contrast, China's aircraft carriers lag in scale and combat effectiveness. These carriers face immense challenges when dealing with coordinated precision attacks from multiple domains, such as cruise missiles launched from submarines or unmanned aerial vehicles. If an actual conflict were to unfold, the US Navy's strategy would revolve around exploiting its asymmetric advantages. The stealth and maneuverability of its submarines, combined with the Tomahawk cruise missile's range of up to 1,500 miles, would enable the US to strike high-value enemy targets from afar, without direct exposure to danger. The Virginia and Seawolf-class attack submarines, along with the Ohio-class guided missile submarines, CSGNs, could stealthily approach enemy territory undetected, thanks to advanced noise reduction technology, sonar, absorbing coatings, and deep diving capabilities. Once in position, they could unleash Tomahawk cruise missiles, precision, guided weapons with ranges between 1,000 and 1,550 miles, capable of terrain hugging flight to evade radar and near, pinpoint accuracy via GPS, INS, and ZMAC guidance systems. The Tomahawk can neutralize a wide range of targets, from military bases and command centers to air, defense systems, and even enemy aircraft carriers. The latest anti-ship variant, the Tomahawk Block 5A. Maritime Strike Tomahawk can adjust its trajectory mid-flight and receive real-time targeting updates, posing a serious threat to enemy fleets. By leveraging long-range submarine-launched Tomahawk strikes, the US Navy can execute preemptive or widespread attacks while keeping its forces safe, maintaining naval dominance and ensuring superiority in modern military conflicts. China would face significant difficulties in countering these precision strikes, as it must also contend with resource limitations and operational constraints. The destruction of a Chinese aircraft carrier would not only be a military victory, but also a severe psychological blow. Such an event would expose the weaknesses of the Chinese Navy while reaffirming the US commitment to its allies and the enforcement of international maritime law. Let's imagine a hypothetical scenario. The US Navy, led by a Gerald R. Ford class aircraft carrier, is conducting a freedom of navigation operation in the South China Sea. Meanwhile, a Chinese carrier strike group centered around the Fujian, accompanied by destroyers and frigates, advances and threatens a direct confrontation with the US fleet. How would the US Navy respond in such a tense situation? Some argue that diplomatic measures should be prioritized over the immediate use of force. Do you agree? If yes, comment yes. If not, comment no. We will continue analyzing tactics and supporting technologies, such as the P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft, satellites, and drones, to better understand how the US Navy can detect and counter threats from adversaries. All battlefield intelligence is relayed in real time to commanders, not only onboard ships, but also in land-based command centers, creating a dynamic and comprehensive operational picture. A critical component of this surveillance system is the P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft. Equipped with advanced radar and sonar deployment capabilities, the Poseidon can monitor threats both on the water's surface and beneath the ocean. The P-8 Poseidon features the ANAPU I-10 high-resolution radar, capable of operating in all weather conditions, providing clear images of surface targets, including warships, surface submarines, and even suspicious civilian vessels. Additionally, its electro-optical and infrared sensors enable round-the-clock target tracking, while its electronic warfare suite can intercept, analyze, and jam enemy communications. With the ability to deploy and collect data from long-range sonobuoys, the Poseidon can detect even stealth submarines operating in deep waters. Its advanced sonar signal processing system helps analyze submarine movements, identify anomalies, and precisely locate targets. When necessary, the P-8 can carry and deploy Mk-54 torpedoes to engage enemy submarines. Combination of radar technology, advanced sonar systems, anti-submarine weaponry, and networked warfare capabilities makes the P-8 Poseidon one of the most effective maritime surveillance and defense assets today. This is not just a patrol aircraft, but a strategic weapon that plays a crucial role in securing superiority in modern naval warfare. The strength of the P-8 lies not only in its technology, but also in its ability to integrate and share information with other forces, forming a flexible and responsive surveillance network. Furthermore, unmanned aerial vehicles such as the MQ-4C Triton, with their high-altitude flight and extended operational endurance, ensure that no adversary movement goes undetected. The seamless integration between aerial and space-based assets underscores the US Navy's commitment to dominating the information battlefield. Meanwhile, the Chinese carrier strike group begins launching sorties. J-15 fighter jets, armed with air-to-air and anti-ship missiles, roar off the deck of the Fujian. Although their mission is not direct engagement but reconnaissance and probing US fleet defenses, each maneuver adds to the mounting tension. However, this is precisely when the technological superiority of the US Navy comes into play. The Aegis combat system aboard Arleigh Burke-class destroyers serves as the backbone of the fleet's air defense network. The Aegis system is an integrated combat weapons system installed on US Navy warships. At the heart of this system is the SPI-1 radar, an active electronically scanned array, AESA, radar capable of 360-degree scanning. It can simultaneously track hundreds of targets at distances of hundreds of miles, even under intense electronic warfare conditions. Accompanying it is a diverse arsenal, including SM-2 missiles designed to intercept aircraft and cruise missiles, SM-3 missiles specialized for intercepting ballistic missiles outside the atmosphere, and SM-6, a versatile weapon capable of neutralizing various threats, including enemy warships. Aegis doesn't just operate independently. It integrates with other combat systems such as satellites, A-2D Hawkeye early warning aircraft, Allied warships, and the THAAD missile defense system, forming a comprehensive defense network. Thanks to its advanced command and control C2 system, Aegis can autonomously assess threats, select the appropriate weapons, and execute high-speed intercepts without direct human intervention. This powerful combat capability allows Aegis to not only protect US aircraft carrier strike groups, but also play a crucial role in global missile defense strategy, creating a robust shield against aerial and naval threats. Beneath the surface, Virginia-class submarines silently maneuver into strategic positions. Armed with Tomahawk cruise missiles and advanced sonar systems, they serve as a formidable deterrent, constantly tracking adversaries while maintaining absolute stealth. This combination of stealth and agility makes submarines an indispensable strategic weapon. In an escalated conflict, they can launch precise strikes, neutralizing critical targets within minutes. The US Navy's meticulous preparations reflect a carefully calculated strategy, an equilibrium between deterrence and restraint. While the primary objective is to avoid conflict, every US naval asset stands ready to act immediately should the situation escalate beyond mere displays of power into actual military engagement. This hypothetical scenario is not just an example of the sophistication of modern naval warfare, but also demonstrates how technology, strategy, and discipline converge to maintain control in high-risk environments. Destroying an aircraft carrier is one of the most challenging tasks in naval warfare, but the US Navy has developed specialized tactics, maximizing its technological edge and diverse assets to maintain superiority. The Virginia-class submarine is a key strategic element in this plan. Want to know why it's so vital? Let Navy Power explain. With exceptional stealth capabilities, these submarines carry Mk-48 ADCAP torpedoes, designed to destroy surface warships and can get dangerously close to enemy aircraft carriers undetected. The Mk-48 ADCAP Advanced Capability torpedo is the US Navy's lethal underwater weapon, specifically designed to eliminate enemy surface warships and submarines. This heavyweight torpedo is wire, guided, and sonar, tracked, featuring both active and passive homing modes, allowing it to autonomously adjust its course for enhanced strike accuracy. The ADCAP is equipped with a high explosive warhead capable of inflicting severe damage, even on large aircraft carriers, With an optimized design for speed, operational depth, and countermeasure evasion, the Mk-48 ADCAP can penetrate enemy fleet defenses. Its ability to approach enemy aircraft carriers undetected results from a combination of stealth, advanced sonar systems such as spherical and flank array sonar, and the crew's expertise in submarine operations. When paired with the stealth capabilities of attack submarines like the Virginia class, the Mk-48 ADCAP becomes a strategic weapon capable of infiltrating enemy carrier groups without detection, posing a serious threat to opposing navies. Beyond submarines, the US Navy also possesses long-range missile systems such as the Tomahawk cruise missile and the AGM-158C anti-ship missile, both with ranges of hundreds of miles, enabling long-distance strikes without breaching enemy defensive perimeters. The El Rasoum missile is specifically designed to operate in electronic warfare environments using automated target identification to neutralize large warships, including aircraft carriers, even in the presence of advanced electronic countermeasures. Additionally, carrier-based fighter jets such as the F/A-18 Super Hornet and F-35C Lightning II, equipped with precision-guided weapons, provide unmatched combat flexibility. Notably, the F-35C, with its stealth capabilities and sensor fusion technology, can penetrate enemy airspace undetected, disable air defense systems, and relay targeting data to other weapons. These aircraft form a coordinated strike force, attacking from multiple angles to dismantle the enemy fleet's defenses before they can react. With this strategy, the US Navy not only launches attacks, but also systematically weakens the enemy's defensive strength, paving the way for decisive follow-up strikes. However, neutralizing an enemy aircraft carrier isn't solely reliant on direct attacks. The US Navy's ability to achieve information superiority plays a crucial role in securing victory. By leveraging assets such as P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft, satellites, and unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, the US Navy maintains real-time situational awareness, tracks enemy movements, and ensures highly coordinated strikes. This information dominance allows US forces to exploit enemy weaknesses, such as gaps in air defense systems or vulnerabilities in logistics, further amplifying the effectiveness of their attacks. Electronic warfare also plays a pivotal role in this strategy. The US Navy employs EA-18G Growler electronic warfare aircraft, which can jam enemy radar and communication systems. By disrupting the enemy's situational awareness, these aircraft degrade their ability to detect and defend against threats, giving the US Navy a decisive advantage in any confrontation. Another key element is the integration of surface warships, including Arleigh Burke class destroyers and Ticonderoga class cruisers equipped with the advanced Aegis combat system and SSS-6 missiles. The US Navy utilizes a multi-layered defense system to protect its fleet, incorporating Arleigh Burke class destroyers and Ticonderoga class cruisers. These ships are equipped with the Aegis combat system, an integrated combat system, and SM-6 missiles. The SM-6 is a multi-role missile capable of intercepting ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and aircraft, and can also strike surface targets. The Aegis combat system is a key component of the US Navy's defense capabilities, employing the SPE-1 phased array radar to detect and track threats from long distances and coordinate the launch of interceptor missiles. Arleigh Burke class destroyers with the Aegis system and modern weaponry are tasked with air defense and missile defense for the fleet. In addition, they can also deploy Tomahawk cruise missiles to conduct long-range strikes against land-based targets. The combination of Arleigh Burke class destroyers and Ticonderoga class cruisers creates a robust, multi-layered defense network, helping to protect the fleet against threats from the air, sea, and from enemy missiles. Furthermore, with their powerful arsenals, these ships also contribute to enhanced offensive capabilities, helping the US Navy maintain its advantage in modern naval operations. The US Navy's emphasis on multi-layered capabilities, integrating submarines, missiles, aircraft, and electronic warfare, ensures that even the most formidable carrier strike groups will face overwhelming challenges and can potentially be neutralized within minutes of engagement. This not only demonstrates the power of the US Navy, but also its ability to operate seamlessly in complex and high-risk combat scenarios. While the above scenario is hypothetical, history has repeatedly shown the dangers of close military confrontations, particularly in disputed waters. In 2001, a US EP-3 reconnaissance aircraft collided mid-air with a Chinese J-8 fighter over the South China Sea. The incident resulted in the death of the Chinese pilot and forced the US aircraft to make an emergency landing on Hainan Island. This incident highlighted a critical reality. A single operational misstep could escalate into a full-blown geopolitical crisis. By 2018, tensions flared again during a freedom of navigation operation when the USS Decatur nearly collided with a Chinese destroyer in the South China Sea. Chinese warship executed a dangerously aggressive maneuver, closing to within just 45 yards of the US vessel. An action US officials condemned as unprofessional and unsafe. This incident once again underscored the dangers of military confrontations and gunboat diplomacy in strategic waterways. If you were an admiral commanding the US fleet in this high-stakes scenario, what orders would you give? Comment below and share your bold decision. Both of these incidents demonstrate the importance of meticulous preparation and the US Navy's role in maintaining control over potential flashpoints. The US Navy's Rules of Engagement, ROE, provide clear guidelines for handling confrontations with foreign ships and aircraft, ensuring that responses are measured and proportionate while safeguarding US interests. These protocols are reinforced through rigorous training, enhancing situational awareness and the ability of commanders and sailors to make precise decisions. Technological superiority is also a cornerstone of the US Navy's ability to manage tense encounters. Advanced reconnaissance aircraft, like the P-8 Poseidon and State, of the ART radar systems on Arleigh Burke, class destroyers provide an unparalleled situational picture, allowing commanders to assess threats with precision. Likewise, advanced communication systems ensure seamless coordination between units, enabling rapid responses to emerging challenges. The use of escalation control strategies is another key factor. By leveraging non-lethal tools such as electronic jamming and acoustic deterrence, US forces can deter hostile actions without unnecessarily escalating conflicts. For instance, sonar operators can deploy decoys to disrupt enemy sensors, while bridge-to-bridge communication channels can be used to de-escalate tensions and clearly assert strategic intent. With all these technologies and tactics, do you think the US Navy can fully control the situation in the South China Sea? Share your thoughts in the comments. While technology and strategy are critical, incidents like these reflect a broader geopolitical struggle, especially in regions like the South China Sea, where every move can have far-reaching consequences. For China, these waters represent a core national interest, with increasing militarization and territorial claims driving frequent challenges to US operations. For the US, maintaining freedom of navigation and upholding international law are non-negotiable, reinforcing global maritime security norms in an increasingly volatile environment. In this context, readiness remains paramount, whether through the deployment of aerial, surface, or submarine assets. The US Navy's ability to maintain discipline, execute procedures, and respond decisively ensures that any potential provocation will be met with strength and resolve. These historical incidents, combined with the Navy's advanced capabilities, underscore America's preparedness to manage any escalation in contested waters swiftly and effectively. However, if the US Navy were forced to sink a Chinese aircraft carrier, the immediate consequences would be catastrophic, both militarily and diplomatically. Such an action could trigger a large-scale war, drawing both nations into a high-intensity military confrontation with profound global repercussions. Regional powers like Japan, South Korea, and Australia would face immense pressure to respond, while international allies such as NATO could also be drawn into the conflict, leading to rapid and severe escalation. Economically, the consequences would be swift and severe. The South China Sea, a critical maritime route for global trade, could turn into a war zone, causing unprecedented disruptions to supply chains dependent on these waters and impacting global markets. Energy shipments, manufacturing exports, and raw material transportation could grind to a halt, triggering widespread economic instability worldwide. Politically, such a confrontation would mark a turning point in US-China relations, cementing an era of open hostility. Diplomatic channels would struggle to contain the fallout, as both nations mobilize their military forces and attempt to justify their actions on the international stage. China would frame the US as an aggressor violating its sovereignty, while the US would argue self-defense and the protection of international norms. Allies on both sides would face difficult choices, with long-standing geopolitical alliances put to the test. Militarily, sinking a Chinese aircraft carrier would be a decisive move, demonstrating US naval supremacy. However, the ensuing conflict would require the US to rapidly deploy additional forces to the region. China could retaliate with missile strikes, cyber attacks, and the full force of its naval power. The US Navy would face a multi-domain conflict, confronting threats on the surface, underwater, and in the air, while simultaneously managing logistical challenges to sustain prolonged operations in a contested environment. Despite these possibilities, the US Navy's primary strategy remains deterrence, not provocation. The US presence in contested waters like the South China Sea serves as a clear signal of American strength and commitment to upholding international laws and freedom of navigation. Through joint exercises with allies, freedom of navigation operations, and continuous technological advancements, the US Navy aims to prevent escalations before they occur. Moreover, deterrence goes hand in hand with strategic diplomacy, ensuring open communication channels with Beijing to manage disputes, minimize risks, and prevent miscalculations. In summary, while the hypothetical scenario of sinking a Chinese aircraft carrier highlights the capabilities and resolve of the US Navy, it also underscores the catastrophic consequences of such an event. The Navy's ability to project power and maintain peace depends on its commitment to deterrence, readiness, and cooperation with allies, ensuring that this worst-case scenario remains just a hypothetical. As we have seen, the US Navy possesses the technology, training, and tactical expertise to neutralize threats like a Chinese aircraft carrier, if necessary. However, the ultimate goal is to prevent such scenarios from unfolding in the first place. The Pacific is vast, and the risks are ever present. As tensions simmer, the importance of vigilance, preparedness, and diplomacy cannot be overstated. The US Navy's mission is not just to win wars, but to preserve peace, demonstrate strength, and uphold stability.
These activities can easily bypass traditional surveillance methods, posing significant risks to national security. Coastal regions are particularly vulnerable to breaches. So how can we effectively safeguard our shores and ensure maritime security? The answer may lie in patrol boats. One of the most formidable patrol boats in the world is the Mark VI, a cutting-edge vessel operated by the United States Navy. This next-generation patrol boat not only marks a significant leap forward from its predecessors, but also represents the future of coastal defense in America. Beyond its role in the US, the Mark VI has played a crucial role in the conflict in Ukraine, where its deployment has been a game-changer on the battlefield. So what makes the Mark VI such a powerful asset? Let's take a closer look. The Mark VI is the largest patrol boat in the US Navy's coastal force. It was designed to meet the demand for an armored vessel with greater operational range, enhanced firepower, and superior maneuverability at sea. This design aims to strengthen the coastal combat force, ensuring it remains capable of handling the Navy's ever-evolving missions. The deployment of Mark VI boats is also part of a broader effort to modernize the fleet, replacing older patrol boats under the Navy Expeditionary Combat Command, NECC. More than just a patrol boat, the Mark VI is a highly advanced combat platform, specifically engineered to conduct maritime security, operations, and patrol missions in complex combat environments. With its primary mission of safeguarding shallow waters beyond ports and bays, the Mark VI plays a critical role in protecting Allied forces, securing vital infrastructure, escorting high-value naval vessels, conducting vessel-board search and seizure (VBSS) operations, and enhancing regional security cooperation. To bring this vision to life, Safe Boats International, SBI, was awarded a $36.5 million contract in May 2012 to manufacture the first 6 Mark patrol boats. Following the success of the initial batch, the US Navy signed an additional $34.5 million contract with SBI in 2014 for the production of 4 more patrol boats. This agreement included an option to further expand the fleet, raising the total contract value to $52.2 million. Initially, the US Navy planned to procure 48 Mark VI boats. By 2015, SBI received a contract modification request to build 2 additional boats, bringing the total number of ordered vessels to 12. To meet production demands, SBI's facility in Tacoma, Washington, expanded its workforce by hiring an additional 100 employees, supplementing its existing 275 workers. The first Mark VI was delivered to the US Navy in August 2014 for sea trials. After successfully passing rigorous testing, it was officially handed over to the Navy Expeditionary Combat Command, NECC, in 2015. Coastal Riverine Group 2 received the first 2 Mark VI boats in September of the same year, with all 12 vessels fully delivered by the end of 2018. The compact size of the Mark VI provides a significant strategic advantage: seamless transportation aboard aircraft carriers, amphibious assault ships, and military transport vessels. This capability enables rapid deployment to any global hotspot. Large amphibious ships such as LHDs, LPDs, and LSDs can carry multiple Mark VI boats simultaneously, allowing the US Navy to swiftly respond to emerging crises and conflicts near coastal regions. This rapid deployment capability makes the Mark VI an invaluable asset in maintaining US Navy presence and ensuring agile responses to maritime security challenges worldwide. Designed for near-shore operations, the Mark VI boasts remarkable speed and agility. The vessel can reach speeds of up to 40 knots, allowing it to respond swiftly to various combat scenarios. With a draft of just 5 feet, the Mark VI is capable of operating in shallow waters, where larger vessels cannot access. This feature is particularly crucial for coastal patrol missions. To achieve optimal performance, the Mark VI is equipped with twin diesel engines paired with a water jet propulsion system, enabling it to run on both marine diesel fuel and JP5 aviation fuel, the same fuel used for military aircraft. As a result, the Mark VI has an operational range of 600 nautical miles, ensuring long-duration patrols without the need for refueling. This provides a significant strategic advantage in reconnaissance and maritime security missions. In terms of design, the Mark VI is a modernized variant of the Archangel 780 class patrol boat, also manufactured by Safe Boats International, SBI. Its lightweight aluminum hull reduces overall operating and maintenance costs while maintaining high operational efficiency. Additionally, the Mark VI is fitted with protective armor around the engine compartment and fuel tanks, enhancing combat survivability. The vessel is crewed by 10 sailors, including 1 commanding officer, and can carry up to 8 additional personnel, such as special operations forces or support staff. To ensure maximum combat readiness, Mark VI crews undergo regular intensive training exercises. These training operations are critical in preparing crews to handle a wide range of emergencies, including mine detection and neutralization, countering swarm attacks from small enemy boats, and executing complex rescue missions. The interior layout of the Mark VI provides a spacious and ergonomic working environment, featuring a main cabin and a large pilot house, allowing for missions lasting up to 36 hours without resupply. The Mark VI patrol boat is not only impressive in terms of firepower and payload capacity, but it is also a technological masterpiece, equipped with an advanced command, control, communications, computers, combat systems, and intelligent C4SI suite, making it fully prepared to handle any maritime situation. With its sophisticated C4SI system, the Mark VI boasts enhanced situational awareness and multi-mission capability. Featuring flat-screen displays throughout the vessel, this integrated network supports a variety of critical operations, from mine detection to countering swarm boat attacks. A deeper look inside the vessel reveals meticulous design elements, including VHF, MF, and UHF communication systems, along with integrated internal communications via headset interfaces. These communication systems are neatly organized within server racks inside the cabin, ensuring easy access and troubleshooting even while the vessel is in motion. Beyond its combat capabilities, the Mark VI is engineered for maximum operational efficiency and crew comfort. The modernized engine compartment allows easy access to twin MTU diesel power plants, HVAC systems, and generators. It also features dedicated seating for engineers and a fully integrated control panel, providing real-time system monitoring via flat-screen displays. Inside the main cabin, a long bench doubles as a medical triage station, enabling onboard medical personnel to provide immediate care when necessary. Mark VI boats are typically deployed in pairs, enhancing firepower and mission support capabilities. Theoretically, the patrol boat is designed to sustain 24-hour operations or a range of 600 nautical miles. However, with underway replenishment, UNREP, and coordination with a larger vessel, such as a littoral combat ship, LCS, the Mark VI can remain fully operational well beyond the 24-hour threshold without any logistical concerns. The Mark VI is also designed for future automation integration. Currently, the vessel is already capable of deploying unmanned systems, including UAVs, UUVs, and small boats from its aft deck, paving the way for fully autonomous operations in the near future. The standard armament package includes 2 remotely operated Mark 38 Mod 2 25mm heavy machine guns and 6 crew-operated M20.50 caliber machine guns, with additional mounting options for M240 machine guns, M134 miniguns, and Mark 19 grenade launchers. It is also equipped with the Mark 50 gun weapon system, allowing operators to remotely control the weapons from below deck. Additionally, the Mark 6 can be outfitted with BGM-176B Griffin missiles, significantly enhancing its combat firepower. The vessel is integrated with advanced radar systems, electro-optical and infrared sensors, and satellite communications, providing critical support for reconnaissance and surveillance missions. This powerful combination of firepower and advanced technology makes the Mark 6 a formidable force at sea, exemplifying the United States Navy's strategic shift in modern naval warfare. Global maritime security is facing increasing challenges, particularly with the rise of human trafficking, drug smuggling, and piracy across various regions. In this context, the Mark 6 patrol boat emerges as a key strategic asset, particularly when integrated with the United States Coast Guard. Designed for high-speed operations, exceptional maneuverability, and rapid deployment of a rigid-hull inflatable boat, the Mark 6 serves as an ideal platform for the U.S. Coast Guard to conduct maritime law enforcement efficiently. Given that Navy VBSS teams and Marine expeditionary units may lack specialized expertise in maritime crime enforcement, and SEAL teams, Marine Raiders, or MARSOC units often operate with limited resources. Deploying dedicated U.S. Coast Guard law enforcement teams aboard the Mark 6 presents a more effective solution. With USCG's specialized expertise in maritime law enforcement, they can fully leverage the Mark 6's capabilities to counter maritime criminal activities, ensuring greater operational efficiency and resource optimization in maritime security efforts. The Mark 6 has been deployed in several strategic regions, including the Persian Gulf and the Pacific Ocean. Notably, the United States has sold 16 Mark 6 patrol boats to Ukraine, strengthening its defensive capabilities in the Black Sea following Russia's annexation of Crimea. The total value of this agreement is $600 million, covering crew training and technical support. The first 6 vessels will be delivered to the Ukrainian Navy as military aid, while the remaining 10 will be purchased by Kyiv at its own expense. Additionally, the agreement stipulates that funding for the first 2 vessels will be covered under U.S. military assistance allocated to Ukraine. In addition to the 16 patrol boats, the United States will also provide weaponry, including 32 MSI Seahawk A2 remote-controlled weapon stations, 2 per boat, equipped with Mk-44 Bushmaster 230mm automatic cannons, along with other military equipment. The Ukrainian Navy has high expectations that the US-supplied Mark 6 patrol boats will enhance its combat capabilities against Russia's Black Sea fleet. This decision not only provides Ukraine with an effective tool for patrolling and securing its coastal waters, but also sends a strong message to Russia regarding the United States' support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Recently, the US Navy conducted tests integrating unmanned underwater vehicles, UUVs, with Mark 6 patrol boats in maritime patrol and data collection operations in the Philippine Sea, aiming to expand both surface and subsurface reconnaissance capabilities. Mark 18 Mod 2 UUV was deployed from an inflatable rubber boat before being released into the water to carry out its mission. This UUV model is equipped with advanced sensor systems. It can dive to a maximum depth of 1,000 feet and is remotely controlled using acoustic signals. Once deployed, the Mark 6 patrol boat continues its surface reconnaissance, while the UUV searches for suspicious underwater targets. This combined operation enables Task Force 75 to extend its mission capabilities. 2 specialists monitor the UUV's operations remotely, analyzing real-time data transmissions to detect and assess underwater anomalies at the earliest possible stage. The Mark 6 patrol boat captain monitors data from the onboard sensor systems, as well as signals transmitted from the UUV. With its combination of speed, firepower, and flexible deployment capabilities, the Mark 6 is undoubtedly one of the most advanced and formidable patrol boats in service today. Alongside the Mark 6 in maritime combat operations, Sweden's CB-90 has emerged as a formidable counterpart, demonstrating the diversity of modern naval warfare solutions. Entering service in 1991, the CB-90 has proven its versatile adaptability across a wide range of military roles. Measuring 49 feet in length and capable of exceeding 40 knots, the CB-90 is specifically designed to maximize speed, efficiency, and safety under all operational conditions. Its aluminum hull structure reduces overall weight, while its bow ramp design enables rapid troop deployment. The CB-90 can carry up to 21 fully equipped soldiers along with 10,000 pounds of cargo. The CB-90's unique bow ramp system allows troops to disembark quickly and covertly, maximizing the element of surprise. At the same time, it can also be used to evacuate wounded personnel back to the vessel for medical treatment. Armed with 3 Browning M2 HB machine guns and additional weapon configuration options, the CB-90 is capable of fulfilling multiple roles, including fast assault operations, coastal defense, patrol missions, and special operations support. Beyond direct combat capabilities, the CB-90 plays a crucial role in intelligence gathering, providing valuable battlefield data to strategic planners, enabling timely and precise decision-making. To demonstrate its real-world capabilities, Sweden showcased the CB-90 to the United States, highlighting its exceptional performance in various scenarios, particularly its ability to deploy troops onto rugged coastlines. The wet drop technique, a covert insertion method, was also demonstrated, showcasing its effectiveness in supporting special operations missions. US forces conducted high-speed amphibious exercises with the CB-90, testing its ability to safely and rapidly deploy troops onto hostile shores. These drills reaffirmed the CB-90's superior speed, maneuverability, and combat effectiveness in real-world conditions. Lastly, no discussion of modern naval insertion craft would be complete without mentioning the Combat Rubber Raiding Craft, CRRC, also known as the Zodiac, an essential asset for SEAL teams and Special Forces units. With its lightweight design, compact storage, high stealth capabilities, and rapid deployment, the CRRC is the platform of choice for covert missions, where speed and surprise are critical to success. Powered by a 55-horsepower engine, the CRRC can carry 10 fully equipped soldiers, ready for any operational scenario. Despite its modern capabilities, the success of the CRRC still heavily depends on the skill and experience of its operators. These elite warriors, combined with cutting-edge naval assets, form a strong, defensive, and rapid response force, playing a pivotal role in modern naval operations. This ensures US forces maintain maritime superiority and safeguard national interests. So, what are your thoughts on the role of the Mark VI and its companion vessels in modern warfare? Do you believe they represent the future of coastal patrol forces? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let Navy Power know. When special forces operate in high-risk areas, rapid and efficient extraction is absolutely critical. However, when extraction must take place at sea, things become significantly more complicated. Small boats can help special operations teams quickly evacuate from dangerous zones, but larger ships like destroyers or aircraft carriers are not fast enough to avoid detection or immediate retaliation. But there's a secret weapon that has completely changed the game: the Boeing CH-47 Chinook helicopter. Join Navy Power as we explore how this aircraft has become a lifeline for special operations teams at sea, right now. For many years, the 98-foot-long Boeing CH-47 Chinook has been a crucial asset for naval teams operating with small surface vessels. The Boeing CH-47 Chinook is a tandem-rotor helicopter originally developed by the American helicopter manufacturer Vertol and later produced by Boeing Vertol. The Chinook is a heavy-lift helicopter, ranking among the heaviest lifting helicopters in the Western world. Its name, Chinook, comes from the Native American Chinook people of Oregon and Washington. To better understand the power and capabilities of the CH-47 Chinook, let's dive into its detailed technical specifications. This helicopter has an overall length with rotors spinning of 99 feet, a fuselage length of 52 feet, and a height of 18.6 feet. Each rotor has a diameter of 60 feet, creating a vast swept area that enables it to generate incredible lift. The empty weight of the CH-47 Chinook is approximately 26,700 pounds, but it can take off with a maximum weight of up to 50,000 pounds. This means it can carry nearly twice its own weight. The Chinook is equipped with multiple loading options, including several doors on the fuselage, a wide cargo ramp at the rear, and 3 external cargo hooks beneath the fuselage for sling load operations. With a maximum speed of 170 knots, 196 miles per hour. When it was introduced in 1962, this helicopter was significantly faster than contemporary utility and attack helicopters of the 1960s, and it remains one of the fastest helicopters in the US arsenal. Power of the CH-47 Chinook comes from 2 Honeywell T55 GA714A turboshaft engines, each generating up to 4,733 horsepower. These engines not only provide the necessary lift for takeoff and sustained flight, but also allow the helicopter to maintain high performance even under extreme conditions, such as high temperatures or high altitudes. The CH-47 Chinook has a maximum range of approximately 460 miles and can remain airborne for over 3 hours, depending on payload and weather conditions. Its practical ceiling is around 18,500 feet, allowing it to operate effectively in mountainous regions. With its powerful twin engines, the Chinook has a spacious interior capable of carrying up to 55 troops. Its tandem rotor system generates a combined output of over 10,000 horsepower, strong enough to lift heavy loads like a Humvee with a trailer. Additionally, the Chinook features a highly flexible cargo transport system, enabling easy loading and unloading of supplies thanks to its external sling hooks and onboard crane. Thanks to these capabilities, the Chinook can rapidly deploy for rescue operations and combat support, extracting special forces teams and military equipment from dangerous areas in the blink of an eye. When a swift extraction is required, the Chinook can execute a sling loading operation, an extremely efficient yet complex technique, especially when the helicopter must hover just a few feet above the ground, while soldiers attach cargo using cables. Sling loading involves using cables to secure equipment, ammunition, supplies, or even personnel beneath the helicopter while it hovers just a few feet above the ground. Soldiers on the ground must carefully attach these items to the cables while the Chinook maintains precise and stable positioning in the air. Even a minor error during attachment, such as an incorrect pull force or misalignment, could result in hundreds of pounds of weight shifting onto a soldier unexpectedly. However, through rigorous training and remarkable bravery, these soldiers execute this maneuver with skill and confidence. Every step requires perfect coordination, intense focus, and rapid decision-making. Helicopters like the Chinook have completely revolutionized troop extractions and the transport of weapons and ammunition to frontline forces. The CH-47 Chinook operates in a unique and highly optimized manner for military missions. One of its standout features is its counter-rotating twin-rotor system, a distinctive design that eliminates the need for a tail rotor, which is common in most other helicopters. This design makes the Chinook not only more stable in flight, but also enhances its efficiency and maneuverability, especially in harsh battlefield conditions. The two rotors are precisely synchronized to generate the necessary lift and thrust, enabling the helicopter to carry heavy loads and move with agility. Pilots can control the direction of flight by adjusting the pitch of the rotor blades, allowing the Chinook to move in any direction, including sideways and even backward. Thanks to this capability, the Chinook can efficiently perform transport and combat support missions, meeting the demanding requirements of complex military operations. So, what do you think about the challenges that pilots and soldiers face when carrying out these incredibly difficult missions? Could there be another aircraft that will replace the Chinook in the future as aerial combat technology continues to evolve? Share your thoughts and join the discussion. The Chinook can transport up to 8 tons of cargo using the sling loading technique, a method that allows helicopters to efficiently deliver crucial supplies on the battlefield. Specifically, its mission includes transporting combat medical teams to casualty sites and evacuating them back to hospitals. On every flight, a doctor, a nurse, and 2 medical personnel are always on board. Each time a patient is picked up, about 2 seats worth of space is used, providing enough room for the patient to lie on the floor. This is a vital part of rescue operations, offering medical support to wounded soldiers, an essential mission of the Chinook. Beyond transporting troops and supplies, the Chinook has had a long and reliable history in medical evacuations. With its stable flight characteristics and ability to take off and land vertically, it can support or rescue both military and civilian personnel, no matter where they are. Today, most developed nations use helicopters as emergency transport for hospitals or as air ambulances for Coast Guard forces. In critical situations, such as evacuations from oil rigs or ships at sea, helicopters often do not need to land, but instead hover about 5 to 6 meters above the landing platform. Rescue personnel use cables to secure the patient and lift them into the helicopter's cargo bay, where the medical team is ready to provide emergency treatment. The CH-47 Chinook is not just a powerful military transport aircraft, but also plays a crucial role in humanitarian aid and disaster relief efforts. With its ability to carry heavy loads and reach difficult locations, this helicopter can deliver food, water, and essential medical supplies to those affected by disasters. Additionally, it can perform emergency evacuations, rescuing civilians trapped in hazardous areas. One of the key factors behind the success of the CH-47 Chinook is its team of skilled technicians and maintenance specialists. They are the ones who ensure that the helicopter remains in top condition, ready for any mission. Maintaining the CH-47 Chinook is no simple task. It requires expertise, precision, and extensive experience. Technicians must continuously inspect, replace, worn, or damage components, and carry out necessary upgrades to keep the helicopter meeting the latest operational standards and requirements. Through numerous wars and major conflicts, from Vietnam, Afghanistan, and Iraq to other military campaigns, the CH-47 Chinook has demonstrated its invaluable worth. In every war, it has not only transported troops and supplies, but also participated in rescue and medical evacuation operations, becoming a pillar of strength on the battlefield. Although it was first developed in the 1960s, the CH-47 Chinook has been continuously upgraded and improved to meet the increasing demands of modern military forces. The latest version of this helicopter is equipped with advanced technology, such as fly-by-wire control systems, GPS navigation, and missile defense systems, enhancing its operational capabilities, safety, and effectiveness in today's missions. As of 2025, the CH-47 Chinook remains one of the primary heavy-lift transport helicopters used by the US military and armed forces worldwide. The current CH-47F variant continues to play a vital role in various missions, from troop and cargo transport to supporting combat operations and rescue missions. In the coming years, the CH-47F Block II is expected to be deployed with significant upgrades. One of the major improvements is the modernization of its electronic systems and flight control software, enhancing its ability to integrate and coordinate with networked combat systems, thereby improving combat efficiency and operational capabilities. The aircraft's structure will also be improved, allowing the CH-47F Block II to carry heavier payloads, enabling the helicopter to transport more cargo and military equipment in each flight. Additionally, the new T-55G A714C engines will enhance performance and operational capability in extreme conditions, particularly at high altitudes and extreme temperatures. Meanwhile, scheduled maintenance and periodic upgrades will extend the lifespan of existing helicopters, ensuring that the CH-47 Chinook continues to serve for many more years in military operations. Furthermore, new technologies such as advanced sensors and electronic warfare systems will be integrated into the helicopter, ensuring that the CH-47 Chinook remains one of the most powerful and reliable transport helicopters in the military, capable of meeting modern combat requirements and maintaining optimal operational performance in the future. And this is just one of many saviors in the sky. Up next, let's explore another warhorse that is even more versatile and powerful, the AgustaWestland EH-101 Merlin Mark IV, an airborne hospital and a source of pride for rescue forces around the world. One of the war horses in both civilian and military rescue teams is the Augusta Westland EH-101 Merlin Mark IV. This is an advanced helicopter design, first introduced in the late 1990s. With a fuselage length of 19.5 meters and a spacious interior capable of accommodating up to 24 fully equipped troops, the EH-101 is truly a flying hospital. It can carry up to 4 stretchers along with a medical team. Notably, this helicopter is easily recognizable by its distinctive dish-shaped rotor blades, which enhance aerodynamic efficiency and maximize takeoff weight capacity. Thanks to these unique features, the EH-101 remains the top choice for sea rescue missions. Although harsh weather conditions, such as heavy rain or strong winds, can make the crew's work challenging, the Merlin Mark IV's versatility far outweighs its limitations. These rotorcraft remain among the fastest and safest means of transporting troops or rescuing people in distress, bringing them to safety. The power of the EH-101 Merlin Mark IV comes from 3 Rolls-Royce/Turbomeca RTM32 2-01/9 turboshaft engines, each producing approximately 2,100 horsepower. Each engine is supplied with fuel from a separate fuel tank. 3 tanks hold a total of 851 gallons of fuel. The helicopter is equipped with a computer-controlled fuel management system. A hover-in-flight refueling (HIFR) system is installed inside the cabin. These engines provide the helicopter with strong and stable flight performance, even in harsh weather conditions. The EH-101 Merlin Mark IV has a maximum speed of approximately 192 miles per hour and a maximum range of about 518 miles, allowing it to carry out rescue and transport missions over vast distances. Its practical service ceiling is around 15,026 feet, enabling it to operate effectively in complex terrain. The design of the EH-101 Merlin Mark IV is optimized for a variety of missions, including military transport, search and rescue, SAR, and humanitarian aid. Its spacious cabin can be quickly reconfigured to meet different operational needs. EH-101 Merlin Mark IV is equipped with a range of advanced electronic systems, including an automatic flight control system, an inertial navigation system, and weather radar. These systems help pilots control the helicopter safely and efficiently, even in low visibility conditions. Cockpit is fitted with 6 high-resolution color displays, along with an optional pilot mission display unit provided by Northrop Grumman, formerly Litton. A dual flight control system is available for both the pilot and co-pilot on all EH-101 versions, but the Merlin can also be operated by a single pilot. The cockpit is compatible with 3rd-generation night vision goggles. The crew of the naval anti-submarine warfare version also includes an observer and an acoustic systems operator. Additionally, it is equipped with a self-defense system, including a missile warning system and infrared countermeasures, providing protection against threats from the ground or air. The Merlin can carry up to 4 guided torpedoes, such as the BAE Systems Stingray torpedo or Mark 11 depth charges. The surface warfare variant can be armed with a range of air-to-surface missiles, including sea-skimming anti-ship missiles. Optional gun positions are available through removable windows, the right side cargo door, and the left side crew door. In search and rescue missions, the EH-101 Merlin Mark IV is equipped with a rescue hoist, search radar, and an infrared camera system. The rescue hoist allows personnel to reach and extract victims in difficult-to-access areas, such as at sea or in mountainous terrain. The search radar and infrared camera system help locate victims in low visibility conditions, such as at night or in foggy weather. The EH-101 Merlin Mark IV also plays a crucial role in humanitarian aid operations. With its ability to transport large amounts of cargo and access difficult locations, it can deliver food, water, and essential medical supplies to those affected by natural disasters. It can also be used to evacuate people from hazardous areas. The outstanding advantages of the EH-101 Merlin Mark IV is its ability to operate at sea. It is equipped with a special anti-corrosion system that protects the helicopter from the harsh marine environment. Additionally, it is fitted with an emergency flotation system, allowing it to land safely on water in case of an emergency. The EH-101 Merlin Mark IV has been deployed in numerous military and emergency rescue operations worldwide, playing a key role in strategic missions in high-conflict regions such as Iraq, Afghanistan, and other countries. In each mission, this helicopter not only transports troops and supplies, but also participates in rescue operations, transporting wounded personnel through difficult and dangerous terrain. With a perfect combination of power, durability, and adaptability, the EH-101 Merlin Mark IV has proven to be an indispensable asset for many armed forces, enhancing combat and rescue capabilities in emergency situations. Maintaining the EH-101 Merlin Mark IV is an extremely complex process requiring precision, technical expertise, and extensive experience. Technicians must regularly inspect and replace worn or damaged components, as well as perform upgrades and modifications to ensure the helicopter meets the highest technical standards and maintains its combat and rescue capabilities in extreme environments. The EH-101 Merlin Mark IV's mechanical and electronic systems are highly complex, requiring technicians to have deep knowledge of advanced technologies and undergo specialized training to handle emergency situations, ensuring the helicopter remains at peak operational readiness. As of 2025, the EH-101 Merlin Mark IV continues to play a vital role in the Royal Navy's fleet, primarily serving in search and rescue, SAR, and tactical troop transport missions.